Meadow, it's been years now. I hope things have been doing all right for you. You're living at my parents' house right now, right? Well, then from now on, I hope you and I can be friendly with one another. Huh? What are you talking about, Veronica? You should be well aware of what you've done to me, right? So what do you mean you hope we can be friendly with one another? I am no longer willing to talk with you in person, let alone sit here reading all your texts. So make it quick before I block your number. What? Did you not hear anything from my brother about this? I told him to let you know as well. I'm coming back to my parents' house and I'll be staying there to have my baby. That's why, in order not to surprise you or anything, I thought I'd send you a couple of texts. Wait, you're joking about that, right? You really think I'm going to be okay with you coming back here to have your baby? I kind of expected you'd say something like that. But this has already been decided on. I've already gone and told all of this to my parents, and they agreed that I can come home to have my baby. So from here on out, you're going to have to deal with me again, right? I hope that you can learn to forget about what happened 5 years ago. It's interesting that you can make it sound so simple. Like I could really just learn to forget that day all in order to make up with you or something? Do you actually remember any of what you did to me then? Oh, come on now. That was all a complete accident back then, right? There's no reason for you to be overthinking things again like that. I see. Then does this mean you still have no intention of saying sorry to me or anything at all after what happened that day? Say sorry to you? For what? I get it now. No, wait. I actually understood all of this a long time ago. Veronica, to some of us, we like to think that you don't have a heart within that body of yours. I see. Meadow, you're jealous of me right now, aren't you? You are so jealous of the fact that I'm going to become a mother before you can. All because you can't get pregnant anymore, right? Well, just because you're defective now, don't be getting all upset with me, okay? I'm going to become a mom now, and I don't deserve to be hated by anyone for it. I plan to have a very healthy and happy birth here soon, so please work with me to make sure that happens. Say whatever you'd like, just know that I am not forgiving you a single bit over what happened. What? So this means you're not going to play nice with me then? Well, that's just not going to do. I'll tell my mom about this and see what she has to say. Go right ahead. I was just joking. What? What do you mean you were just joking there? I was joking about not hearing how you'd be coming to your parents' house to have your baby. I've been waiting anxiously for you to come. What? Seriously? Something about that reaction. For some reason, I'm not sure how to feel besides surprised. So you're really looking forward to me coming back home to my parents' house? You'll be coming home this weekend to start living here for a bit again, right? I'm really excited about that. Oh, thank goodness. You have always been so sensitive when it comes to things. You really got me there, thinking you were actually still upset about that little accident from 5 years ago. We all know that what happened then means nothing now, since it was just an accident. From your point of view, I can understand you seeing it that way. What? What do you mean? Nothing, Veronica. I'm just talking to myself, per se. I find it very interesting that you plan to come back to your parents' house to have your baby when you know I've been living here. What? Why do you find that interesting? That's my family's house, so of course I'm coming home to it to have my baby. But considering what did happen 5 years ago, don't you find what you're doing a little bit too irresponsible? Tell me, please. Tell me that you haven't forgotten everything that happened 5 years ago to me. And like I was saying, all of that was an accident. Right now, none of that has anything to do with me and my baby, right? Stop acting like a victim just because you couldn't become a mother yourself. I'm not trying to act like a victim right now. I'm just shocked by what's going on here. Just because you fell down those stairs and ended up having a miscarriage because of it doesn't mean you have to base your whole life off that event. It was one small thing, and you should be more than able to just forget about it now. Now, I'll be home this weekend to prepare to have my baby, so I hope you and I can get along well. I've been waiting 5 years for this. What? I'm really looking forward to seeing you back home with the whole family. And I hope that you're looking forward to things here as well. Something seems fishy here, right? Meadow, I've never been so welcomed by you like that before. Did you hit your head on something recently? Well, whatever. I am looking forward to being back at my parents' house and to seeing you in person again. All right, just a few more days. I'm really looking forward to all of this.
I was just told by my sister that she had gone and texted you. But she was saying you were acting all welcoming to her back at my parents' house. Are you feeling okay right now? If having her come back to this house for a while isn't going to make you feel safe, we can say no to her. Well, it might be a little late now, but we can figure something out.
Thank you for being so worried about me, Ian. But I have some plans in mind for her, so you don't have to think about how I'm feeling yet. I just need you to leave everything to me and play along with what I have in store for her.
I know you've had a lot of pent-up anger towards my sister, and rightfully so. We both do. But please don't overdo things to the point that you hurt yourself in the process. I would like it if you would talk to me a bit more about things.
Yeah, I know that. But I will make sure that our anger towards her is taken care of in a very healthy way. So just leave her to me, please. She's more of my problem than she is yours, so this is only fair to us. And considering it was decided that I'd never be able to forgive her for what she's done to me years ago, I've been planning. Planning for a way to get revenge for what she's done to me, done to us. I'm sorry that this has to happen to your little sister, but I'm not messing around anymore.
I understand. I promise to not get in your way. But please don't take things too far and get to the point where you're only making things worse for yourself. Okay? Especially since right now is the time in which you need to take care of your body and mind the most.
Things will be fine. If things get out of hand for me, I'll make sure to talk with you. But I'm not stopping until Veronica is burning in hell for all of us to sit back and watch. Hey, Meadow! Why am I being told to not come back to my parents' house now? What is all of this? I'm so sorry that you got the message right as you were coming home. I forgot to mention this to you before, but this is about your parents' house. I'm the one who owns it now, and my name is even on it, making it officially mine. Huh? What are you saying? What makes you think you can say so many stupid things in one sentence? That place is my family's house, my parents' house, and the house that my older brother will one day get. Why am I not allowed in there? Because right now, I'm the one bringing in most of the money for this house. I was also given the house by your parents because I handed them a little money to take it off their hands. Therefore, without my approval, you cannot come into this house and stay here. I'm sorry, but I don't ever remember giving you any form of approval to come back and stay here. Huh? You're going to tell me all of this now, then? But we were just texting each other a couple of days ago, and you were being all welcoming towards me. That's because my chance to finally get the revenge I've been seeking has come. What? Revenge? There's no way you actually believed that after everything you did to me 5 years ago, I'd be willing to forget about it and move on, right? You think I'm going to let you come into my house now before having your baby? After you caused me to fall down that flight of stairs 5 years ago, weeks before I planned to give birth to my baby, causing me to have a miscarriage? I think your head is too high up in the clouds, Veronica. You really just expect me to get over something as traumatic as that? I didn't cause you to fall down those stairs. It was all an accident then. Of course it was. That's all you could ever think to call that, and that's why you never said anything besides, it was an accident. And by doing so, you got others to believe what you were saying, and those around us started to claim it was an accident as well. But I knew better than to fall for your lies. You were so deeply jealous of me that you made it your goal to end my baby's life. Deeply jealous of you? You must have a huge misunderstanding then. Just the other day, you were going on about how sorry you were about becoming a mother before me. Like you were trying to make me feel bad about things. That only deepened my hatred towards you and further cemented the fact that you pushed me down those stairs on purpose. You didn't like the fact that 5 years ago I was going to be having a baby before you, and that's why you acted. And so what? Are you going to tell me that just because you think I did everything on purpose and want to make you feel bad, you can keep me away from my parents' home? You must be such a mess inside if you're thinking things like that. I'm sorry that your life sucks so bad. Now hurry up and let me into this house. That's not all, Veronica. Huh? Now what are you going to talk about? I have been planning for a day like today for the past 5 years now. You really thought that this was going to be my revenge? Keeping you locked out of your family's house? Come on now. You should know better than to think this was it. Stop calling it revenge, you freak! There is nothing else you can do to me that'll make me regret any of what happened. I made sure to hire an investigator so that I could learn more about the creature you are and find out what's been going on inside that head of yours. What? And after they went and followed you around a bit and got to looking, they found some interesting evidence of you being unfaithful. I think right now it's around the time your husband should be getting all of those documents and evidence in the mail from the investigator. Hold on a sec. What the hell is going on with you right now? Evidence that I've been unfaithful? What? And who is this investigator you hired? Why would you get someone like that to snoop on your own family? What the actual frick is going on? Stop freaking out right now. You know better than anyone else what's been going on and what will most likely happen now that you've been exposed. I know you thought you could get away with cheating and hide it from everyone else. But while I was trying to find out what the hell is wrong with you, we landed on some evidence pointing to the fact that you've been unfaithful. And all of that evidence will be in the hands of your husband now. I really wonder what's going to happen to your life as a mother now, Veronica. This isn't some kind of a twisted joke? You're being serious right now? Did you really hire someone to stalk me and find out what I've been up to? Why did you think it was necessary to do all of that to me? Are you trying to ruin my life forever or something now? Yes, since this is a part of my revenge. I've been waiting for years for something like this to come up, and I finally found some really juicy stuff. Had it not been for the evidence of you cheating on your husband, then my revenge would have never led to an even battlefield. I want you to taste the same kind of hell you put me through 5 years ago. Hold on, Meadow. This all has to be a bluff of some kind, right? I'm not going to let you get away with trying to trick me like this. I know that you wish you could be me and be pregnant with a baby again, and that's why you're taking all of that jealousy out on me now. Think of it however you'd like, please. I've already talked about all of this with Ian and your mom. What? About all of what? About you cheating on your husband with another man and about why you're not allowed in my house. Your mom was a little worried at first about you, so I had to really clear things up for her. And when I told her who it was that helped them pay off their loans, your mom shut up and said what I am doing is totally fine. So this means now you're going to have to start looking for a new place to live all on your own, okay? There is no way any of this is happening to me. You don't have to believe reality if you don't want to. It'll be a lot less painful burning in hell when you live in your own delusions. But just know that people like you who don't know how to ask for forgiveness after committing a sin will never be able to escape what's coming for you. Now, this is goodbye forever from me. Hey, Meadow, I'm in a little bit of a pickle right now. So have you finally stopped believing in your delusions and opened your eyes to reality? I am being told by my husband right now that he wants a divorce. There's no way this can be happening. I'm about to give birth to my baby. How could he do something like this to me? And 5 years ago, I was about to give birth to my baby as well. But I understand that you were so close to having yours, but please, you have to help me out right now. Can you talk to my husband and tell him all of that evidence you sent him is fake? I won't be able to manage myself if this divorce actually happens. I can go have a talk with your husband if you'd like. What? Seriously? You'll really go and talk to him for me? But there's one condition. What condition? I'll do anything for you to make sure my husband doesn't leave me. As long as I can be with him, I'll listen to anything you say. If you're that attached to someone like him, then you should have never gone out and cheated on him for so long. Well, anyway, if you're going to listen and do as I say, then I'll go have a little chat with your husband about this divorce. The one condition I have for you, is that you have to confess to everyone that what you did 5 years ago to me was on purpose. I have to confess? In other words, correct. You have to tell everyone the truth, that there was no accident then, and that you pushed me down those stairs with the full intent of hurting my baby. I want you to not only confess to that, but to also apologize for it. Although I don't expect too much to change after you've apologized to me. Can you do that for me? But confessing to something like that, it'll be making me look like a criminal. To tell you the truth, that's the whole point, Veronica. So what are you going to do? Are you going to do as I've asked? I understand. I should do as you've asked, right? That would be the best choice for me. All right. But for that, you are going to talk with my husband about all of this, please. Then you'd better make sure it's loud and clear that you were intent on ruining my chance of having a baby out of jealousy, okay? I want everyone to hear the truth from you. Tell me right now what you'll say. I pushed Meadow down those stairs while she was pregnant on purpose. I did that because I am younger than her and was jealous that she could be having a baby before me. I hated the fact that my mom was so happy to finally get her first grandchild and it would be coming from you. And that's why I made you fall down that flight of stairs. But I didn't expect it to cause you to have a miscarriage after. I'll tell everyone I did that on purpose. I'm sorry. Understood. Thank you so much for letting me know all of that. Now, I would like you to say that over the phone. What? You want me to say all of that to you again? I want to hear you say all of that with your own voice. If you really want me to go have that talk with your husband, then you should be willing to confess over the phone. Okay, you can call me then. Will do. And make sure you are loud and clear when saying everything to me. Meadow, you heard all of that from me now, right? I confessed to everything. Can you please go and have a word with my husband now? I just spoke with him, with your brother as well. Huh? Why would you have anything to say to my brother about this? He has nothing to do with this. Ian was still not fully convinced that you were fully intent on pushing me down those stairs back then, and so I had to make sure he was fully aware of the truth now. I explained to him that his little sister is a criminal and that she was the reason for why our baby was never born. Hold on. Why would you want to talk with him about that when you should be figuring out my divorce problems? Didn't you say you'd forgive me after I confessed to you? I never said anything about forgiving you, Veronica. I even went and said that you confessing would still not change things between you and I. But you said that you'd be going to have a word with my husband for me, right? I did say that, and I never said what I'd be talking with him about and if it would be with him alone or not. What? What do you mean? I made sure to also tell your husband about how you confessed to killing my baby. Now he knows that you're not only the kind of creature that cheats, but also a cold-blooded killer. Huh? You never said anything about bringing that up with him, though. That's not what you were supposed to be saying to him. Like I said, I never promised you anything about what I'd be saying to him about you. All we agreed to was that I'd be having a word with him for you and that it would be about you. Also, your husband wanted to talk with me about the evidence he was given showing you cheating on him, and about the results from the tests. I think that divorce is set in stone now. What tests are you talking about? Nobody has talked with you about this part yet? Whose baby is that you're carrying right now? What are you going on about? He's my husband's baby. What are you trying to say about me now? From what your husband's told me, he's infertile. Huh? When I first started to learn about how you had been cheating on your husband and the evidence was sent to him, I sent him a text asking to go and get tested. I was a bit concerned about some things and wanted to make sure I had his back in this. So he did as I said and got some tests done on himself. As of right now, it's not only me that wants to ruin your life, but your husband as well. Wait, ruin my life? I don't want anyone's life to be ruined, though. Wait a second. He's infertile? Huh? Then that means this kid… That baby was made by the man you've been cheating on your husband with. Well, isn't that great to hear? Even though you'll lose your current husband, your baby will still have his daddy around. No way. So this really isn't my husband's baby at all? Then that means he won't even be required to pay me child support if we get this divorce. Well, that's up to your husband, but I don't think he cares about you or that baby anymore. It's not even his baby. Meadow, what the actual frick have you been trying to do here? Because of you, my life is going to be all kinds of screwed up. You're taking things this far? It's been 5 years since that happened, and yet you are still acting like it happened only yesterday. You're such a child. To me, what you did was enough to make the scars and terror last a lifetime. To me, no matter how much time goes by, that whole event is going to feel like it only happened yesterday. At least now you understand just how much hatred I've had for you all these years. Well, luckily I was able to get my revenge, and with that, I think my plans have all played out. I did feel a little guilty at first for doing all this since you were my husband's little sister. Well, of course you should be feeling guilty about what you've done. You're behaving worse than me back then. I am pregnant right now. I should be treated and cared for with the most importance. You say that like you didn't push a pregnant woman down the stairs, killing her baby. If you feel even a little bit guilty for what you've done, then help me. I want to have my baby in a safe and loving environment. That's all I want. If my husband is going to leave me now, then at least let me be with my family. Let me inside that house. I know that's what my mom wants. And your mom was just updated by Ian about what you'd said to me, about your confession. What? Everyone in this family knows now that it was you who caused the miscarriage. So what are you going to try and do now? Your family no longer wants you around, and we have no plans of listening to you if you begin to beg and cry. Meadow, so far it doesn't seem like you have any sense of guilt for what you're doing to me. You were lying to me about that. I said I felt a little guilt at first, but when I really started to think things through, I learned that the baby isn't even your husband's. And that's when I realized there really is no reason to feel guilty about crushing one little gnat. Right now, I'm pretty happy with what I've accomplished today. You should be forced to repent for your sins, Veronica. Hold on a second, Meadow. I am so very sorry about what happened 5 years ago, so please help me. If things keep going this way, I'll be on my own with no money or anything. That's right. Sorry, but in with this, I have to say it. I'm already on the phone with the police reporting to them that the culprit has confessed to the crimes she committed 5 years ago. What? The police? You have to understand that when I went to the hospital covered in bruises and with a miscarriage, there were a lot of questions being asked. So I made a report to the police about what you'd done. However, considering that at the time you lied your ass off saying it was an accident, nothing could be done. Now it's time for you to face legal judgment for your crimes. Meadow, wait! Can't you just leave me alone now? Forgive me, for God's sake. I'm telling you that I've learned my lesson now, all right? Forgive me, please. Please. I've told you plenty of times now that there is never going to be any forgiveness from me. I want for you to rot in hell for what you did, but before that happens, you must repent. I was forced to experience hell 5 years ago, although it was not because of my own doing. And so because of that, I am left with memories of things that will haunt me forever. So I plan to do the same to you.
Just like you were thinking, that kid inside Veronica is not her husband's. He is so happy that you told him to get the testing done because it's going to save him a whole lot of money. Also, my mom has told me to tell you she's sorry for not believing what you said happened 5 years ago. She wants to tell you that she's sorry in person too, so hopefully you'll forgive her at least.
Of course, I'm going to forgive anyone who's a part of my family. And honestly, I feel kind of bad for taking my revenge so far. Not for your little sister, but for the rest of you.
There's no need for you to be feeling bad. I feel bad that you had to live knowing someone like her was on the loose for so long.
Well, it's pretty much over now.
Did you end your call with the police then, for my mom and dad's sake?
Well, they didn't do anything to cause what happened to me, so I wasn't going to include them in the police investigation. However, for leaving them out of it, they'd better take care of me from now on.
That's a good point. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I think we're both fine. Today the medical exam went really well, and we both look healthy to the doctor.
Thank goodness. I know that you've had to deal with a lot because of Veronica. We all have. But from now on, we both need to focus on a new little girl, right? One who's hopefully not a monster.
That's right. Please tell your parents thank you for not saying anything to Veronica about me being pregnant. And thank you as well. I want to keep it that way for the time being.
Well, even if she did find out about it, there's nothing she could do. You'll also have me at your side this time, to stop her if she does find a way out.
Thank you, Papa. Ian, from now on, let's do our best to raise a better baby than she can. And let's do this in memory of our last child. After that, I was able to give birth to a very cute little girl who was very healthy and had a huge smile on her face. Veronica ended up having to pay $15,000 to her husband in a settlement, and then after the divorce, her secret man and father of her baby ran away from her. But that wasn't it for her, as soon after all that happened, the police came and got her and took her to the courthouse to be put on trial for the damage she caused to me, causing the miscarriage. She would receive 3 years in jail and would be required to pay me a settlement of over $350,000 for all the medical bills I had to pay, and for the loss of my baby at the time. All I can say is I'm really happy she finally came forward with the truth of her intentions. There is still the worry about what'll happen to her baby, but from what the judge said, she'd lose custody of it the moment it's born. I'm sure that all of this has given her a taste of the hell she put me through, and I hope those next 3 years in jail and all the debt she'll have gained keeps her there for good. And if someday her and I do happen to run into one another again, let's just hope she finally understands what I had to go through. Although I'm not so sure a creature like her has the ability to sympathize.